Gold Mentor, second installment of my Heart, Hustle, and Muscle web series leading up to release of my third book, you guessed it, Heart, Hustle, and Muscle, The Language of Success. Now today we're going to be talking about return on investment. Now I'm not talking about the stock exchange, I'm not talking about Wall Street, I'm not talking about what's in the business section of the newspaper. I'm talking about with you. I'm talking about with your time. I'm talking about the effort that you put out, the time that you spend. What exactly do you get back for that? Now, me, myself, I was at a period in life where I would look in the mirror and I wouldn't be too happy with what I saw. I wouldn't be too happy with what I was doing. I wouldn't be too happy with what I was making. And as we all know, the bottom line matters a lot. I wasn't too happy with the father that I was. I wasn't too happy with the relationships that I had or the people that were in my circle. Follow me? I think a lot of us can relate to that. And I could blame them. I could say it's your fault this is happening, and I could say it's your fault that's happening, but I really had to be honest and say, what was I contributing to that? And in return, how was that affecting what I was getting back? So what was my return on investment for these situations? Now I'm hoping this sounds familiar to somebody, anybody out there. Because when you talk about return on investment, it's about saying, where do I want to be? And what do I need to do to get there? What's in between? How am I handling that? So if I spend my whole day complaining about something, if I spend my whole day worrying about something, what's my return on investment with that? If I'm somebody that pays attention to my bottom line and what's in my bank account, the amount of money that I spend, what do I get back for that? So if you're the person that wants to start their own business, if you're the person that wants to go back to school, if you're the person that wants to be a better parent, what are you doing? If you would like to be a better parent, how much time are you spending with your children? If you're not spending time with the children, are you doing something that will improve that relationship? If you want more money in your bank account, what are you doing with your money now? Are you putting your money into something that can make you more money possibly? So it's about paying attention to that return on investment. Now, a few easy ways to do that is to take a shameless self-inventory. So you can identify, which is really important, and that's just saying, where are you right now? So that's looking around the room, looking around your life, and saying, okay, what's my current situation? And what you do is you put that in proportion to where you would like to be. And with most of us, you'll notice a gap. Where you like to be, where you are right now. So when you start talking about return on investment, a simple way to look at it is to say, I want to close that gap. Now, something else that you can do is you can compartmentalize. So that's figuring out, again, in relation to where you like to be and where you are right now, what's helping you and what's hurting you. Are the relationships that you have in your life helping you? Are the habits that you have in your life, are they helping you or are they hurting you? So once you kind of figure out, take that inventory, you prioritize, okay, these are the things that I need to do to get closer to where I'd like to be, and these are the things that I would like to do that I need to get rid of to get to where I'd like to be. That's called compartmentalization. So that's putting everything in its proper category. And last but not least, when you're talking about return on investment, you need to execute. So whatever you come up with that is going to get you closer to where you like to be, you need to actually do it. And that's when we start talking about discipline. We start talking about hard work. We start talking about commitment. We start talking about perseverance, because all of us, we can look at our lives kind of like how we would look at a computer. We give it information and it does what we tell it to do. Now, life is never going to go to plan. Life is never going to do per se what you want it to, but it's still a byproduct of information that we feed it. So if I'm negative all the time, negative things more than likely will happen to me, versus if I plant seeds, I'm positive, and I put in a certain amount of work, you'll trip over success, or you'll trip over positive results that you would like to see. But that comes down to the execution. Because in contrast to what I'm doing with this web series, you can't talk your way through everything. You have to actually do something. You have to stay committed to it, because even if you start doing the right thing, bad things still might happen, and you need to be prepared for it, and you need to be able to step over it and continue on your path. Now, if you do these three things that I talked about, identify, compartmentalize, and execute, you're well on your way to being able to maximize your return on investment on your finance, on your time, on your relationships, on your career, and on your family. I am Marcus Carter, the Gold Mentor, and continue to get ready for my third book, Heart, Hustle, and Muscle, The Language of Success, where I take, similar to how we do in this web series, I take a lot of components that I feel like are important to getting to where you'd like to be, and I put them in a language that you can understand. Now, if there's any question to what those components are that I think are important, look no further than the title. To get to the success you'd like to get to, I think you will need heart, hustle, and a little bit of muscle. So again, I'm Marcus Carter, the Gold Mentor.